Aaron Butch Lambert is a Mississippi Sports Hall of Famer. He was born on February 27, 1923. His hometown is Holcut, Mississippi. He was inducted into the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame in 2000. He passed away on January 26, 1985. He played his high school ball at Itawamba Agricultural High School in 1938 through 1941. He played his college ball at Ole Miss in 1946. It states that Lambert was injured while playing center, but Coach Johnny Vaught allowed him to stay on as a manager/trainer. In his professional career, he was a referee. And see, that's why he's in the Mississippi Sports Hall of Fame. He was an SEC line judge from 1953 all the way through 1982. He was an SEC basketball referee from 1953 to 1973. He officiated 4 regional NCAA basketball tournaments. He was the president of the SEC Football Officials Association. He was SEC chief line judge from 1980 to 1981. He officiated 12 bowl games, including national championships. In 1975, he reffed the Orange Bowl between Notre Dame and Alabama. 1982, he reffed the Orange Bowl that featured Clemson in Nebraska. Okay. Now, you might wonder, first, why the hell you telling us about this, man? I'll tell you momentarily. But before I do, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I am your homeboy First, and this is the realest, most entertaining show in the game. Put it on something. Again, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that share button to put all of your people on it. Also, make sure you fuck with our sponsor, the King McNeil Collection, for all of your fraternity or sorority needs in terms of your gear. You feel me? That is the King McNeil Collection. They are Black-owned, family-owned, and they are well-run. I can vouch for them. You understand? Go to kingmcneil.com or download the app. Your first purchase on the app will get you 20% off. That is the King McNeil Collection. Tell them First sent you. Okay. So, yes, I'm sure some are wondering why I am referring to Butch Lambert. And I'm doing that because it was brought to my attention by my OG, KT Dub, shout out, that our field at Jack State University remains named after this brother right here, Butch Lambert. Okay. And, you know, when you see names, we all day, every day, we pass by streets that have names. We drive through towns and cities that have names, okay? We pass by buildings that have names. And quite often we don't inquire. We don't even wonder, let alone ask the question, wonder how that got his name. I wonder who that is named after. And in this instance, I did wonder who Butch Lambert was, but I assumed that it was somebody who had this connection to Jack State University. You feel me? Like at the AAC, like we just always call it the AAC, but it's the Williams AAC, the Lee Williams AAC. You feel me? And again, me being who I am, I've looked that up. I just want to know, okay, what was so special about this brother that somebody named a whole building after him? You feel me? But I never got around to looking up this guy's name. Because if I would have looked up Butch Lambert, like I have now, I would have known that there was some white brother with ties to Ole Miss. instead of somebody with ties to Jackson State, whether they are black or white. You feel me? So now, the question that my OG posed to me, and that I'm posing to the rest of the real ones, and maybe y'all know this is not something that I have the answers on now. Maybe y'all know. Why is the field still named after this brother right here? Okay. Like, was he a white man who contributed to us? Like, was he a white man who born in a time where white folks, for the most part, weren't fucking with us? But was he different? Did he shun that shit? Did he contribute to us financially? And that's why we kept the shit like that? Or was the field named after him when white folks were controlling the vet and we've just left it like that? Which one is it? I don't know. Again, I don't know. Okay. But what I do know is names matter. I do know that. I do know that. Okay. And this is funny. I'm doing this segment this week, and that the OG brought this to my attention because I was just having this discussion with my daughter about names, and I was asking her, does she really like her name? Like, would she because your name personally is something that you don't even pick. You feel me? It's something that's just thrown upon you, and for the rest of your life, you go by something that you didn't participate in choosing it. You understand? Some people love their names, some people hate their names. You feel me? Some people go on to change their names for all kinds of reasons. But names matter. When we name towns or cities after somebody, usually there's something historic about that situation. Okay? Take Jackson, Mississippi, for instance. Jackson is named after Andrew Jackson. Andrew Jackson was wildly popular here in the state of Mississippi. Andrew Jackson was one of those presidents who was an enslaver. Andrew Jackson was anti-Native Americans. He signed the Indian Removal Act. Okay, was very instrumental in that Trail of Tears. Okay, these kind of actions were very popular here in our state. It's part of the reason why the capital city is named after Andrew Jackson. Okay. Some cities get names for less historical shit, but still interesting, like Hattiesburg. Okay, the founder of Hattiesburg, his wife was named Hattie, so he named the city after. Berg is a suffix that means city, so that's Hattie City. Okay, so names have meaning, have significance. Okay, like Old Mrs. Stadium. I'm sure it's named after somebody that the people up there find near and dear to their hearts. Same with Mississippi State. Same with Southern Miss, the M.M. Roberts Stadium. Okay? But Jackson State, we're missing out on that. We're missing out on that. Okay? It's Veterans Memorial Stadium. And there are many Jacksonians. There are many people connected to Jackson State University who are veterans themselves and have veterans in their families. And goddamn it, I'm one of them. Father was a Marine. Uncle was fought in Vietnam as well. Shout out to my Uncle Junior. Okay. My wife's stepfather was a Korean War veteran. Her beloved grandfather was a World War II veteran. Okay. So I understand that. Maybe many of us want to keep that to honor veterans as well. Okay. But what about the field? What about the field? Okay. Again, I don't know. Maybe Butch Lambert, in the midst of some bullshit, in the midst of that toxic, racist, white supremacist environment that was Jim Crow in Mississippi. Maybe he was different. I don't know. But I did not see anything in his bio that said he had any connection to Jackson State University or the SWAC. Okay. So if the name stands there, just because we ain't never changed it from when they had it, why not change it? Why not change it to somebody, I should say, who we love? Why not name it after somebody who has put on for us? Somebody who we could be proud of. Or somebody who we are proud of, I should say. W.C. Gorden, Walter Payton, maybe whoever you think is the greatest president in the history of the university. I don't know. But it's something to think about. And all this shit is another reason why I say I would love for us to go ahead and have our own stadium on campus. And that ties into my previous segment about us buying our motherfucking season tickets. Okay? Because if we can get our own stadium that really fits the size of our fan base. Yeah, we like to have the 60,000. We brag about that. Okay. But we don't routinely get 60 or 50,000. Okay. But if we had a stadium on campus that seated anywhere between what y'all want to do? Maybe go 40,000. Let's go 40,000. 35 to 40,000. We might pack that bitch every weekend. You know what I'm saying? And then we can name the whole stadium after some of our beloved people. Name the field after somebody who we love. You feel me? Like it hits different. Names matter. Names evoke a sense of pride, especially when it has a history to it. Like my daughter's name has history to it. And I think that's why she likes it. She says she likes her name. She says she thinks we did a good job. And see, she's named after her grandmother's. And we tricked it out a little bit. Okay. See, my mother-in-law's name is Elaine. You feel me? My daughter's name is Elena. You know, all of our names start with A. My name, my wife's name, my son's name, and my daughter's name. So we tricked that part out. My mama's name is Mary. Her middle name is Maria. You feel me? So yeah, I tricked it out. This Maria is the Spanish version of Mary. So she likes her name. It has history behind it. It has meaning behind it. You feel me? So names matter. So let's think about that now. Let's think about that. Why, if we're saying we run the vet, why do we still have the field named after a brother who has, based on what I'm seeing here, no ties to Jackson State University, just based on what I'm seeing? Okay, again, I don't know, but all I see is Ole Miss, SEC football, SEC basketball. That's what I see. Okay. That's what I see. And I don't want to leave this part out either, okay? So because I gave y'all Butch Lambert's sports resume, but he was also involved in politics as well, okay? This is actually taken from the Clarion Ledger from when he passed away. And it says, as chairman of the Mississippi State Tax Commission and Commissioner of Revenue, Mr. Lambert was charged with the responsibility of collecting $1.3 billion annually. He served in the House of Representatives of the Mississippi State Legislature for 17 years, spending 8 of those years as chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. That's a very important position, okay? He also served as director of employee and public relations for Rockwell International and Tupelo. Okay, so he wasn't just a sports guy, he was also a political guy. Okay, and I'm sure that helped get his name on that field as well. Okay, But again, I haven't seen anything showing me any controversies in terms of race on this man's resume or anything like that. But now this is Mississippi we talking about, and anybody who really get on in politics back then like that, particularly I want to say he started getting on in politics in the 60s, very contentious time in Mississippi. You feel me? Uh, it was tough for the power structure here in Mississippi to put you on if you didn't feel a certain type of way. Okay. But whatever the case is, names matter. So it's something to think about for us. Okay. About maybe changing the name of the field to somebody who we are proud of. Okay. And that's something we can think of um going forward, not just dealing with Jack State University, but in our communities as a whole. You know, to my that look at your street, figure out who your street is named after. You know, somebody, and is that somebody that you as a community, and especially if you and we still segregated mightily today. So if you living in a black community, but your street named after somebody who may not have respected black people, you might want to think about changing that. Or if your school is named after somebody who was against black people, like I think about Jefferson Davis High School in Jefferson Davis County, they got to change the name of their school. They should at least. They should at least. I know the county is named after the one and only president of the Confederacy, but goddamn it, why the school full of black kids got to be named after that motherfucker? That should be changed. So you see what I'm saying? In situations where we have the power and we have the control over shit, let's change the names of this shit to folks that we are proud of, people who we honor, you feel me? Because names do matter. Put it on some.
Please subscribe to my daddy's YouTube channel, because the more subscribers he gets, the more attractive he looks to sponsors. The more attractive he looks to sponsors, the more money he can make. And the more money he can make, the more money he can spend on me.